Hi, my name is Safi, and you're listening to Professional Ramble Podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 3, also known as Episode 21, where this is a Go Fuck Yourself Pandemic Edition. Basically, as the name says, Go Fuck Yourself Pandemic Edition. Maybe this might be the only version of Pandemic Edition, because hopefully this is the only pandemic I have to live through my lifetime. Because I'm tired. It's exhausting. It's exhausting living through a pandemic. Who would have known? Who would have known? If you're not exhausted living through a pandemic, then go fuck yourself. Because a lot of y'all are going back to normal when your life should not be going back to normal in a pandemic. So, go fuck yourself if it is. Okay, so yeah, this is a Go Fuck Yourself episode, Pandemic Edition. Because a lot of y'all can go fuck yourselves. I'm going to say that a lot. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself if you don't care. If you don't care about a pandemic that's killed millions of people, killed people's family members, and you still don't care, go fuck yourself. Like, go fuck yourself if just because of some death hasn't impacted your life. Go fuck yourself. Because it seems like a lot of people have forgotten that there was a pandemic. I don't know. But it seems to be a weird thing on social media. I'm just like, is there not a pandemic going on? I'm like, because I forget. I'm looking through some people's Instagram stories or like some people's Snapchat stories or some people's Instagram posts on some YouTube videos. I'm like, is there a pandemic? Because I am so lost. I'm like, and then I'm just like, wait, I'm confused. I'm confused if we're in a pandemic or not. Because like, I'll see YouTubers like James Charles going over to people's houses, traveling over to people's houses just to film a video. So the amount of people he's like contracted, he's around, and then he goes back to his own house, and then goes back to another house, and then like a bunch of TikTokers that all look the same, that all do the same shit, gyrating on the screen, all do the same shit. They all just like fucking the camera, basically. All collabing with each other because it's their job. They have to go collab with other TikTok. I'm like, didn't y'all get TikTok famous from your home? So I'm pretty sure you can continue to being a TikToker from your home. People liked you when you were doing TikTok from your home. So, like, why is the collab necessary? I'm like, so go fuck yourself. Also, like, I'm seeing, like, but also, I guess the one thing that's come out from this whole pandemic shit is a bunch of new YouTubers, like, my age, or even younger. Like, I see some of these younger kids starting YouTube channels, and, like, they're actually going platform. I'm like, so, like, with all these influencers going to parties and stuff like that, it's giving the opportunity for kids like me and younger kids to grow their own fucking platform, while the stupidity of those influencers are like going out to parties and losing brain cells. People are over here getting their bank, they're getting their dreams achieved. I'm like, go you. So it's just like, yeah, I love to see that happen, because I'm like, they can start a YouTube channel from their home, but you guys need to collab with other people to grow your platform. But you guys are already big, but they have no followers. Make it make sense. Simply make it make sense. And stuff like that. And also, like, I'm on a college campus, and, like, the amount of people who just don't give a fuck about the pandemic, because the pandemic doesn't fucking matter, because the pandemic doesn't exist. Like, like, people are like, whatever, we are young, we're not gonna die, so it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna go to a party, and, like, oh, because I'm in my college life, I want to go party and stuff like that. And I'm just like, y'all sound stupid, and you can go fuck yourself. Simply just go fuck yourself, because that's all I can fucking say, because you guys are just, like, there's this one dorm hall in my school that, like, it's a COVID fest over there, and I'm glad I have no friends over there that, like, because I'm like, if I had friends over there, or if I lived in that dorm, I would have got COVID by now. The amount of times to just go over to people's dorm, like, my school has, like, nobody other than you and your roommates can enter your dorm. But, like, people still, like, bring, like, one other friend over. I don't have an issue when it's, like, one other friend that also lives on the same floor, because that's a stupid rule that, like, nobody other than your room. But, like, when you have over 10 people in your dorm room, that's when it's a whole fucking COVID fest. Like, that's when it's like, yo, what the fuck? And, like, I'm just like, yo, so it's like, if you have over 5 people, over 10 people in your fucking dorm, you can go fuck yourself. Also, I just genuinely want to know, how good is partying? Like, what's the hype on partying? Like, what do you get from partying? Because I'm kind of confused. Like, what do you get from endangering other people's lives? I don't get it because I'm like, I guess I'm a loser or whatever that I've never been to a party, but like, is partying so good that you have to party in the pandemic? Like, is it that good? Like, is getting shit faced drunk, where you don't even know where you are, that good? I'm like, if you really want to get shit faced drunk, you can get shit faced drunk with like two other friends, and just like, and that's still fine. If you feel like you have to get shit faced drunk, can't you party? Can't you get shit faced drunk in your room, in your house with like two other people or something like that? Like, so like, what is the hype? Like, what do you get from partying? I am quite confused. And I guess this is what I feel like the pandemic is like what being an introvert really like strive, but you also need people. And I get that. I'm not saying like completely isolate yourself, aka me, and that's what I'm trying to work on. But like, what do you get from being around like hundreds of people? Like, I've seen like 2 Snapchat stories of people of just like partying and like no mask. And I remember on like New Year's days, I saw this one post of this one guy. Here on New Year's, it was like he took like a snap like up in the high, and then you could see all the people on the bottom, and like none of them were masked. They were like so close together. It looked like a concert. I'm pretty sure it was a concert. I'm just like, what do you get from just like being there? Like, I'm like, you can do the same shit with like 3 other friends or with your family members. I'm like, what? I guess you don't want to be around a family, but you can do that with friends. I'm like, what do you get from partying? It doesn't quite make sense. So I'm just like, I just want someone to fill me in. Like, what is the hype? So it's like, I'm confused. Like, let me know. I just want someone to let me know. Like, what do you get from partying in the pandemic? Or just partying in general? Like, I'm not going to say just partying in general. Like, since I've never been to a party, like, after the pandemic, pandemic was, I don't know how long that is going to be. I want to be at least one party to see what the fuck the hype is about. Just one party. I just want to know. I'm probably not going to do shit, but I just want to know what the fuck is the hype about. But, like, is partying so good that you have to party in the pandemic and, like, being in a risk of getting a COVID that's a deadly disease that's killing millions of people each day, that people are getting COVID every day because you guys want to be so irresponsible? What do you get? It's just generally confusing. So if you're partying during the pandemic, go fuck yourself. Also, people who say mind your business when you call them out for like partying or something like that, or like not doing something like COVID safe, they're like, mind your business. I'm like, the whole reason we're in a pandemic and the whole reason these numbers are going up is because people are minding your business. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to mind my business because you're being irresponsible to people who actually have to go, who actually have essential jobs, who don't have the option of like going out for leisure. They have who don't have the option of like quarantine at home and be on lockdown, because being on lockdown is surely a privilege, especially in America, because the government is not giving people money to be able to just stay at home, and like, because you still got to pay rent and you got to eat and stuff like that. So it is a privilege to be able to be on full lockdown without anyone going to work. That means you are financially stable in order to just like be on lockdown and stuff like that, and not have to get like an essential job like that. So I'm like, you're basically rubbing to people feel like, haha, I can have fun, even though millions of people are against it. Even though after you come back from your club and like get blacked out, you've just infected multiple people. So I'm just like, what do you get? What do you genuinely fucking get from just like going out? So I'm just like, it's just like, so I can't mind my business because this one girl, because I have this one sticker that I sent to people now I send to people who are like partying in the pandemic. It's like, great job, Mr. Mackless, going to a party. Then this one girl was like, mind your business. I was like, girl, how the fuck do I'm like, I'm not gonna mind my business because I'm like, you're posting on the public story. So I'm just like, if you don't want people to know that you're partying in the pandemic, you do realize you can create like a private story. and just add the people who are dumb like you going to the party. But you're also not. So it's like, even though other people may not know, but you're still infecting other people, and you're being a carrier, and you're being a terrible, terrible person. And I just want you to know that. And I want you to know that you can go fuck yourself. Genuinely go fuck yourself. Content creators keep saying that it's their job to travel. They have to go to they have to travel abroad because it's their job. They have to take pictures. Like, there's a lot of like Instagram models who are saying like, I have to go to the Bahamas, I have to go to Hawaii, I have to to take pictures because that's what my followers expect me, because they want to be happy and like see my pictures. I'm like, trust me, no they don't. They will live if you don't do that shit. Instead of going to go kill people over on your flight over. Going to killing people. Like, I feel like partying in a pandemic and traveling, you should go to jail for attempted murder, because you genuinely just attempted murder. You just attempted murder. So I feel like you should be going to jail if you're partying or trap, because I'm like, you just attempted to kill a bunch of people. So that sounds like attempted murder to me. What about you? So I'm just like, these content creators, I'm like, you guys got famous from like doing like DIY photo shoots in your backyard and stuff like that, and people enjoyed like that. So now why do you feel like you need to travel to create content when you did that in your backyard? So just like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't quite make sense. Like, my podcast, I'm literally doing this in my dorm with the materials I have right now. So I'm like, I don't have to go somewhere just to do this. I'm like, I could always create a safe way to create my podcast or create any type of media I wish to create. So I'm just like, you don't need to travel across state lines, across country lines, just to take a fucking picture. Like, what the fuck does that make sense? And like, we even live in a modern day where you can literally order a green screen off of Amazon, boom, you're in the Bahamas. Just, you got a green screen, you got lighting, you can order it. Because if you can order a plane ticket to take it to one of these countries, you can fucking do it. So I'm just like, make it make sense. And then why is the airport not closed? Like, why are people still allowed to travel? I'm like, you should only be allowed to travel under like special circumstances. And the special circumstances were very thin. I don't know what, I can't list out some special circumstances, but you should not just be able to travel just because you want to. That's all I'm saying. Because airport should be fucking closed. I remember I was in Chicago, and then we were driving past O'Hare Airport, and then like the airport was full. O'Hare was full. I was just like, why is it full in a pandemic? Why are you guys even traveling? And like, when I'm going back home, it's like, I guess I take the like mega bus. Is that what it's called? Like Greyhound type bus to go home. And like, a lot of people on those buses are not wearing masks. And I'm like, I feel like I'm putting myself in danger. I have to have hand sanitizer, stuff like that. Like, my mask is always on all the time. And I'm just like, it's just so weird that like people don't care about anything other than themselves. And it makes me really sad and upset, because I'm just like, how much does it take to just care? Like, does it take so much out of you to just have a little sense of empathy, sympathy, but like both? I'm just like, do you just not care about anyone other than yourself? And to that, I'll say, go fuck yourself. How hard is it to wear a mask? I'm genuinely confused, because like, a lot of people don't know how to wear masks. And I had this other mask before it was some fake shit. Because I think it was when the pandemic first started. And I was like, I don't know how long the pandemic is going to last. Silly us. So I ordered some like fake mask off of like Shein. Was just like, yo, whatever. So like, sometimes like, it'll come under like my nose or some stuff. But I always pull it back up. But like, some people just don't know how to wear masks. Because like, I'm just like, it quietly makes no sense to me. Because I'm like, there's this one dude in my class right now, like, I don't think he knows how to wear a mask. Like, cause like, that mask is never on his nose. The mask is always like on the top part of his lip, but like never on his nose. I'm like, and I'm pretty sure he lives in the COVID fest dorm hall in my school. So I'm just like, I don't want to get COVID. I really don't want to get COVID, and I'm so grateful that I haven't got COVID. Yeah, none of my family members have got COVID yet, and I'm super grateful for that, because COVID is a serious fucking disease, and y'all are treating like it's not. So this boy does not wear his mask. Like, it's literally on his top lip. Like, his nose is from, like, the whole point of it is to cover your nose, babe. Maybe, like, since white people have, like, pointy nose, maybe that's why it's harder for them to wear a mask. But also, black people also don't wear masks properly. I'm just like, there's one mask I got on Amazon. It's the best mask probably for me because, like, it's like, it does not come off my nose. It does not come off my nose at all. Unless, like, I purposely, like, pull it down. But, like, so it's like, yeah. So I'm just like, how hard is it to wear a mask? Because it seems to be very difficult. And it seems like a lot. And I get that sometimes you don't want to, like, because you have to, like, inhale your breath. So, like, you don't want to, like, do that. But, smell your breath. But, like, there's multiple ways to get gum, get mint. You can literally use mouthwash before you leave your room or leave your house. And then if you and just like there's multiple ways. So it's just like if you don't want to inhale your breath because you feel like your breath's sick, you got gum, you got mint. So I'm just like, you have all these things. So how hard is it to wear a mask? Because it seems to be very, very difficult for a lot of people. But also then to people who don't wear the mask properly, go fuck yourself. And also I don't blame the regular people for why people are not taking the what do you call it? I also don't blame the regular people why people are not taking the pandemic seriously, because doctors not all doctors, a doctor I'm going to talk about soon, and the GOP, the Republican Party, is not taking it seriously at all. So why should regular people take it? And I think that's who they think, like Eastern Europe, like Norway, and thinking like that. They've been and Australia also have been giving their residents $2,000 since the pandemic started every 2 weeks, and like they don't have to go to work and stuff like that. So it's just for them to like take care of themselves and stuff like that. So I'm just like, the GOP and a doctor is not taking this. It's like Dr. Mike on YouTube, like he's literally been preaching wear masks. He's been preaching the safety of a pandemic and stuff like that over on his YouTube channel and stuff like that. But then over the summer, he was caught partying on a boat. He said it's a private boat, and it was all done safely. He said it's a surprise gift, birthday gift and stuff like that. But like, if your friends know you're a doctor, why would they plan that type of fuckery shit? If your friends, so I'm just like, so what type of people are you hanging out with? And it's just like, if a doctor is not taking it seriously, why should I take it seriously? If that makes sense. It's just like, you see a doctor who's such a public face like Dr. Mike, who's not taking it, who's been preaching all about this, but then doesn't apply it to themselves. And then he's like, we took all the safety measures and stuff like that, but there was more than 10 people on there. They weren't wearing masks, and they were just like gyrating each other. I'm like, yeah. And then he was like, yo, we are taking it seriously. The pandemic is serious. I'm just like, and then his apology video was posted on his second channel, where it doesn't have half the subscribers that he got. He didn't post it over on his Instagram. He didn't post it over on his main channel. So I'm just like, how are we supposed to believe anything you say now? Because I'm just like, so if a doctor's not taking this such as a public face, as someone that talked to Dr. Fauci, the leader, not that sounds like a cult, but like the head of the CDC, Dr. Fauci, someone that talked. So I'm just like, why would a regular person take it seriously if the GOP nor is a doctor who's a public face not taking it seriously? So that whole constant thing is just like, why? Literally, the GOP does not give a fuck about the virus. Like, none of them wear a mask. That super spreader event that happened in the Rose Garden Bush? Is that what it's called? Yeah, none of them wear a mask. The fucking president, ex-president now, got the virus. So I'm just like, because he was not wearing a mask, and then he got killed in like 2 days. Bullshit. That's how they do a line. And also just like, if the GOP, if the government officials are not taking it seriously, why would regular people take it seriously? And I think that's where it comes from. And then like, also like in LA, where like a lot of the super spreader parties were happening, it's like, they were kind of playing around with these TikTokers or playing around with these YouTubers. Like, they were like, we're gonna arrest you for like a criminal charge, and then they find them like $2,000. But I'm like, y'all should have made them bankrupt. Y'all should have made them pay at least $200,000. Like, because $2,000 ain't shit to them. So I'm like, because if they can afford that mansion, they can definitely, so I'm like, make them pay more so they can actually realize what they did is a bad thing. So it's just like, the government officials are barely taking it serious unless they get called out from it publicly, and that's the only reason they take it seriously, just to show, yo, we're taking some actions or whatever. And then like we see the celebrities also not taking it seriously because they're like, I want to have my birthday party. I'm like, bitches turn 21. I'm like, 21 is such a big age because that's the age you're allowed to drink alcohol, so that's where you go partying and stuff like that. But people turn 21 and could not go partying. So, but these celebrities are like turning like 30. I'm like, girl, no one cares about your 30th birthday. You can literally celebrate with just your family. You can literally celebrate your 30th birthday with just your family. So like ages like 18, like turning 18, like that's such a big age and such a big milestone. People are having their 1 year birthday, but couldn't celebrate it like the way they wanted to. So I'm just like, you guys are celebrating shitty ass birthdays because you're just like, yo, it's been a rough year, so I want to just celebrate myself. I had my birthday and I was just like with my family and stuff like that. So I was like, it's not that deep. We just but like people don't care. So it's just like, you can literally just create like an intimate birthday party. You don't have to go to a private island to celebrate your party. Kim Kardashian, you don't have to like get a restaurant to you don't have to like host a whole restaurant just for your birthday. Not Christine. I don't like Christine for another reason. But like Rita Ora, she could. I'm just like, do you have to do it? Like, is it mandatory? Because it doesn't quite make sense. Like, you don't have to. You can create a small intimate party with just your family, just the people you actually live with. And like YouTubers like the Vlog Squad, I heard, like, I haven't heard shit about the Vlog Squad in a while, but I heard like people like Jason Nash and like all the other Vlog Squad members are literally throwing parties and like literally making videos like regular, like Jason Nash. If you go over to Jason Nash's YouTube channel, this man is making videos like before the pandemic. But like David Dobrik, it seems to be the only influencer that's actually taking the pandemic seriously. Like this, like he stopped posting. He still makes his podcast because his podcast is just with Jason Nash. So it's like, that's the best. I feel like a podcast is probably the best way to like, but like Jason Nash is also has been going everywhere. He's old. Jason is fucking old and he's going party. I'm like, oh, you stupid. Oh, you stupid. Like, the stupidity that goes around people's head in a pandemic. I'm like, oh, we not in a pandemic. It doesn't quite make sense. So it's like, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself to the government officials. Go fuck yourself, Dr. Mike. Go fuck yourself to people who go to parties. Just go fuck yourself. Because it's never that fucking deep. And that's, yeah. So if government officials are not wearing masks in the pandemic, why should the regular people wear a mask? Because those are supposed to be the people that people look up to and be like, yeah, this person's doing this. People shouldn't look up to anybody, but like people who are so high up there are not even following Dr. Fauci's rules. Why should you? I currently learned that like there was a new thing of like people, you're supposed to like double mask now. I'm like, that sounds so stupid to me. I'm sorry, but double masking sounds like the dumbest idea. Like, I'm not double masking. Like, I can wear a mask and wear like a face shield, but I'm not putting 2 fucking masks on my face. I will feel like Boo Boo the Fool, and I'm not feeling like Boo Boo the Fool. The fuck? I'm not wearing a fucking double mask. I take the pandemic as serious as I can, but I'm not wearing 2 masks. That sounds like Boo Boo the Fool. I can wear a face shield and a mask, but not 2 fucking masks. Like, I want to know who the fuck announced that. Oh, wow. Yeah. People are resuming their lives back to normal because they're tired of the pandemic. I just want that to sink. Let's just take a break for like 5 seconds. People are resuming their lives back to normal because they're tired of the pandemic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, the ASMR. I don't know. But yeah, people are resuming their lives back to normal just because they're tired of the pandemic. But the pandemic is not over. The pandemic has to be over before your life go back to normal. People are going to parties because I guess they're tired. People are doing this because they're tired. I'm like, yeah, we're all fucking tired of the pandemic. Like, the fuck? We're tired of being in lockdown. We're tired of wearing masks everywhere. We're tired. Of course we're fucking tired of the pandemic. Like, if you're not tired of the pandemic, kudos to you, bitch. I'm tired of the pandemic. I need this shit to leave. But you cannot leave if your life is going back to normal. If you're going back, Chicago Public Schools is trying to go back to school today, but like teachers were like, fuck no, we're gonna go on strike if we send these kids back to school, because Chicago Public Schools wasn't planning to test the kids. They weren't planning to have a testing site on every single school. So they were just gonna send the kids back and tell little kids to wear their mask, tell 8th graders to wear their mask. Tell me where the fuck that makes sense. Tell me where the fuck that makes sense. I'm tired. I don't think these people use their brains. I don't know if they know how to use their brains, because I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, they were planning on sending kids back to school without no testing sites, no vaccines, and teachers were like, fuck no, what the fuck? I'm not trying to get the virus. Like, yo, and I'm not trying to get the virus from these nasty ass kids who are not going to wear their mask for 8 hours a day. So I'm just like, workplaces, schools are trying to get back. Like, my school is trying to get back to like phase 3. They're trying to get to phase 4 before this summer, which phase 4 is like no mask and like just like a little bit way more lenience and stuff like that. But I'm just like, and I think we're like in phase 3, but I'm just like, we can't go back to normal if we have a whole dorm hall, which is a COVID fest. Adults don't know, and I don't care if the adults listen to it. But I'm just like, we have a whole COVID fest, so we're not gonna be free of COVID if people are leaving off campus, coming back to campus, infecting people on campus, going back, infecting more people, and just bringing it back. So it's just like a whole cycle. Are you stupid? So it's just like, yes, I'm calling adults stupid. So go fuck yourself if you think your life's going back to normal. Go fuck yourself. And yeah, I think that's why I'm going to end this episode of Go Fuck Yourself Pandemic Edition. So yeah, let me know if you have any other opinions on this. Go fuck yourself. And if you have any other like additions you want me to talk about, go fuck yourself. No, I didn't mean you go fuck yourself. I mean topics of some stuff of like types of people that can go fuck themselves. That's what I meant. But yeah, this was a fun episode because everyone can go fuck themselves if your life is going back to normal in the pandemic. Okay, you can follow me on Instagram at Professional Rambler. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Professional Rambler Podcast. You can email me at professionalramblerpodcast@gmail.com. And you can follow me on my personal Instagram at lousy.safi. And yeah, I think that's it. And I love you guys so much. And thank you guys for being safe in the pandemic. Bye.